Hello everyone, and welcome to my modded creature spotlight featuring the Desolatitan, created by Dragonheart7988. In this guide, we'll go over how to tame it, showcase all of its abilities, and go over just about everything else you'll need to know about it. The Desolatitan is part of a series of mods called the Overseer Experiments, which are creatures the Overseer deemed to be too dangerous for the ARK, but have now been mysteriously unleashed. The Desolatitan, for its part, does a great job living up to this lore by being an extremely powerful late-game apex, capable of rivaling and even surpassing the Giga and Karkar in power. To find the Desolatitan, you'll just need to look where you would normally find Gigas and Karkars, as they share spawns. But in short, you'll be able to find them in the mountains, in Snow Mountain of the island, the volcanic region on the center, and the wastelands of extinction. You'll also be able to find a Scorched variant in the dunes on Scorched Earth, and the desert biodome on Extinction. And then there's also an ARKology variant that you'll be able to find in all the locations mentioned previously. Let's talk about how to tame the Desolatitan. The Desolatitan is a passive tame, and you'll need to be at least level 105 to tame it. In order to tame the Desolatitan, you'll need to start by dealing enough damage for it to enter Berserk mode. You can do this with either a creature or a weapon. You'll know it's in Berserk mode when it does that vicious roar animation and it'll start glowing red. At this point, you either need to bravely run the opposite direction or try and take its attacks, and it will be hitting very hard. But eventually, it's going to fall to the ground in exhaustion, at which point you can run up to its mouth and feed its preferred food of extraordinary kibble, but it'll also eat any meat as well. This also has the benefit of healing it up, so you can continually deal more damage. At this point, you just have to rinse and repeat, enraging it, making it exhausted, and feeding it until eventually you tame it. Moving on to attacks and abilities. In order to get the full use out of your Desola, you will need to saddle it, and the saddle is unlocked at level 105. As far as the Desola's attacks go, it has 4 attacks that you're able to use. It has a bite attack with left click. It has a stomp attack with right click. It has a tail spin attack with spacebar. And it has a cosmetic roar with C. Additionally, you are able to turn in place. And of course, you're able to freely attack as you turn around. But Desola's true power comes from its Berserk mode. As the Desolatitan takes damage, it fills up the Berserk meter, which you can see in the upper right. Once that meter fills up completely, it will enter Berserk mode. While in this mode, it gains 25% more damage, 25% more resistance, and 50% more movement speed, all for 30 seconds. All that meaning that while it's in Berserk mode, it becomes a killing machine, able to dish out and take massive amounts of damage. However, all that power does come with a drawback. Once Berserk mode runs out, it collapses to the ground out of exhaustion, which will prevent it from moving or attacking, and causing it to take a whopping 75% more damage. Thankfully, exhaustion will only last about 5 seconds, so you won't be out of the fight for too long. The other thing to note is this mod does come with a mini-boss called the Primal Desolatitan. You can summon it by crafting the Primal Desolatitan charm for quite a number of trophies and tributes from across the island. The Primal Desolatitan is an extremely powerful mini-boss, and you will need to be very well prepared for it. But defeating it is going to be well worth it, as it drops a number of useful items, blueprints, and even resources. And it'll drop the very cool bone saddle so you can drip out your personal Desolatitan.
I mean, look at this thing. How could you not love the look of this thing? Almost makes it look like Rataban from Monster Hunter. And I think with that, that'll be all for this video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that normal YouTube stuff to support me making more spotlights in the future. And definitely go out and tame your very own Desolatitan so you can conquer all the maps with it.